Occasionally the PlayStation 5 gets a really good update, an update that a lot of people are talking about with heavily requested features. I mean, let's just be real. A lot of the time we get updates from both Xbox and PlayStation that maybe implement something that kind of as a stabilization or a performance deal or something along those lines. But today's update for the PlayStation 5 is something that I think has been requested heavily by PlayStation fans for a long, long time. And it really kind of goes with the flow of PlayStation's direction lately. So hopefully this is something you guys are going to get something out of. So I say bravo to Sony for going out there and listening to what fans are asking for and getting something done where it makes the most sense. Now, listen, is this something that I'm going to be able to utilize? No, it won't be something that I utilize. Is it something that you'll utilize? I think that's probably the bigger question. But again, it really just comes down to the individual. And as far as I could tell, Sony has done a really good job of kind of maybe stretching their arm a little bit to make things a little bit more accessible for PlayStation 5 owners, PlayStation 5 fans. And this is why you say, Sony ends up where they are pretty much at the end of every generation, which is, pretty much first place, because they don't necessarily rush things that people ask for, but they happen to put things out at a severely good time when a lot of other fans and things like that are kind of questioning maybe the thing that they like best, or it's been a particular slow time for whatever they prefer. And right now, let's just be real, it is a little bit of a slow time for Xbox. I mean, they had that showcase a while ago. Some people loved it, some people didn't love it, some people thought it was just okay. Personally, for me, if I'm just saying for me personally, I don't think it was a great showcase, but I think they did do a good job of doing a lot of variety and showcasing a lot of variety, and there were things in there that I want. It just sucks that we have to wait and that we're suffering delays, and it seems like a year that started off with so much promise, which is this year, right? And I was like, I can't wait to play Starfield, and I can't wait to play, Lord of the Rings, and I can't wait to play, Breath of the Wild, and I can't wait to play, Suicide Squad from Rocksteady. We haven't played a Rocksteady game since 2014, so it's been quite a while, and now here we are, and still nothing there. But I'm going to get into the idea behind what today's update means for PlayStation 5 owners and what I personally think about it as well. So stick around, it should be a good video, and I'm trying to get you guys to like the videos. I would like every video that I put out to at least get 100 likes. I mean, I think that's really attainable, and obviously with my schedule getting busier, it really will keep me going and keep me kind of motivated to keep doing videos. So if you guys wouldn't mind liking the video, please do that. Let's get into it. So again, I think that Sony does a perfect job. I think they have good timing. That's probably what more or less I'm trying to get the point at. So the latest system software update adds a couple of things that are really cool for gamers and that gamers have been asking for since the start of this generation, actually. So Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced details of the latest PlayStation 5 system software beta test, which is rolling out today. The headline features the introduction of support for 1440p HDMI video output, enabling players with compatible PC monitors and TVs to choose an additional visual setting when playing supported titles. Now, this is very interesting because recently they announced a whole slew of monitors that were 1440p as well as more and less, but it was so interesting that they had these monitors that are PS5 ready and are supposed to be better with PS5, and then there's this major issue with the idea behind this situation with they have no 1440p availability on the actual PlayStation 5 itself. Now, that's not a problem for PC gamers, but for PlayStation 5 gamers, it's a problem because what you get is downsampled video games to 1080p, which I guess it really kind of depends, but if you have a 1440p monitor, that's kind of crazy to think about it. So again, this is really cool thing obviously that's coming out. Another new feature is game lists, which are essentially folders designed to make organizing games that much easier. Now, under your collection tab of the game library, players can now choose to create a game list, and they can make up to 15 named lists with 100 games per list, including disc, digital, and streaming titles. The beta also gives players the ability to compare 3D audio and stereo audio on the same screen before choosing their preferred setting, which again I think is a really cool feature and functionality brought to the PlayStation 5, because now you can really hear the difference and go, okay, well, this one's going to be much better with the 3D audio than the stereo audio, so maybe I'll go with the 3D application. So that's really cool as well. New social features include the ability for users to request the party members start share screen in order to watch their gameplay, and notifications telling players if another player's party member's game is actually joinable. Players can join directly from these notifications now as well. Now, in the game-based card, players can also send stickers and voice messages to their groups. Beta access is currently limited to select PS5 owners in the US, Canada, Japan, UK, Germany, and France, and those invited to take part in a new test will receive an email later today. Or, could be tomorrow, who knows. Sony's Senior Vice President of Platform Experience, Mr. Nishino, said in a PlayStation blog post that the goal is to bring these updates to players globally in 2022, but we're going to have to wait just a little bit for that to come out. So this is what Sony actually had to say about this themselves. Since the PlayStation 5 launch, we've been listening to your feedback and working every day to bring you more community-requested features. Today we're rolling out a new PS5 system software beta that includes 1440p support, game lists, and additional updates to enhance your gaming experience and make connecting with friends easier with PlayStation 5. While beta access is limited to invitation participants in select countries, our goal is to bring these updates to our global community later this year. If you've selected to participate in the beta, you'll receive an email invitation when it's available to download today. As always, some features available during the beta phase may not make it into the final version or may see some significant changes. HDMI 1440p output. It introduces it, enabling players to choose an additional visual settings on compatible PC monitors and TVs. If your game you're playing supports 1440p rendering, you can experience native 1440p output on your display. Or if you're playing a game with a higher native resolution like 4K, you may benefit from improved anti-aliasing through super sampling down to 1440p output. You can check if your HDMI device is compatible by selecting Test 1440p output under Screen and Video Options. Now, the game list is something that, like I said, is pretty cool as well, and people are really excited about it. It looks like the screen there is pretty interesting as well. Look, I'm going to link all of this. You fine folks can check it out. Bravo to Sony for getting all of this stuff out and doing it in such a way that, gamers can be excited about this stuff again, So, bravo to them. I think that this makes a ton of sense for Sony to finally implement this, and I think fans are going to absolutely love it. At the end of the day, I feel like what Sony's doing is kind of getting gamers, amped up at a time when there's not a lot going on. So, this is dominating my feed right now, which, I think is a good thing, but I also think, obviously, it's not exactly the best news for Microsoft. And I don't even think that this is necessarily super stupendous news. I don't know anybody who's gaming 1440p with their PS5 on a monitor. I'm not saying that nobody is, but I'm just saying I don't feel like that this is the super amazing bit of news. It's great that they're paying attention and it's dominating the news in a particularly slow news day, but again, it's not the end all be all, and I do think that Sony is just very clever with how they handle some of this stuff. I'm going to link this in the description below. You guys can check that out and let me know what you think. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap gamer out.